everyone. So Bitcoin have decided to break the falling wedge we were talking, which have a higher possibility to go up, and now we see how the price have been all the way to reach the 112,000, and now everybody is paying attention to this massive support we're having over here. But as you know, and we know already, if you have been following me in the daily, we have a really nice time, which still we can go indicate that we can go still to the upper side. And this is why you should subscribe to the channel, smash that like, and I will appreciate if you can share with a friend, so you can always take advantage of the market before everyone else. So now check into what is going on in the daily. We can see how nicely the time, let me mark that so you can have a picture. Let me see over here. We can see how the time have passed already, like 2 days already, and we already reaching the MI55, which I always say that there is not the best area to enter, but this is the area where normally we don't enter, but in this case we're gonna smash it and break it. That is the higher possibility, because the time we have it in the daily is really nice, and we still have 8 days in order to smash light and go all the way to break the 118 and take that as a support. Let's see how this play out, but this is what you should take in consideration, because if we go to check the 4-hour chart, we see already how we already broke that, and now we're finding this a small resistance over there. But I do think we're gonna make the pattern of always we go up or a little bit down, then the 110 111 is gonna be the best entry if you're still not in a trade. But if you follow my channel, you should be already in a trade at around the 187 when I was calling that we were going to go up before observing the falling wedge information. So so what is happening right now in the 4 hours, you need to have something on mind as well, because if we can go to check the 1 hour, the 4 hours for the futures, but what is really important to have, because you need to have this clear, the main or the important time frame to watch is the daily, because as you can see, the valley, the timing has been running out over here, run out over here, and let me see, all these valleys, you know, it's really important because it's marking the time. I have been saying to you many times, and this gives us the view of we going to the downside or to the, if it's time to go to the downside or to the opposite. In the 1 hour time, it's just retracements. It's not really a big dump, but you can see how here we have been just going down, up, and going down and up. But you see this massive candle over here after going down, because the time run out. People thinking we're gonna go down, but actually we just smash it with nice volume to the opposite. And why this is happening? This is happening because the mainly time frame we need to pay attention is to the daily, and the daily is bullish as F. I explained it many times before how important is the time, and in this case we still need to come over here in the next days, maybe something like that, and this would be the green valley. By the time of the green valley, we need to smash this. We need to smash. That's why I was calling as well that it's really important to break all this area, because we need to smash the 118 and take it out of resistance. And we're gonna see how the time and the value is gonna be working out in that moment, and also the Fortuna line. What the Fortuna line is doing, do they have it strength or not? That is really important to keep tracking in the next days to see if the Bitcoin price is gonna go up to touch the 124 or break it as well. We're gonna see how that played. Just keep in mind that also there is always the possibility that the Bitcoin price could, for that the Bitcoin price cannot be lazy this week. This week it need to at least go up of the 55 MI and then find more volume, because we don't having too much volume. We don't want any laziness going all the way here, because if we get rejected from here, if we are arriving at this area of the 115 and the Bitcoin price just consolidate over there, it's not smashing it and the time is passing, uh, we're gonna have something like this, and this is really bad for the Bitcoin price. It is, I had been calling, we need to, because this rejection would change the trend, and this is something that nobody's really calling. But I don't think that's going to happen, because the higher possibility is to go up, as I already said to you. Why? Because the time and also the Fortuna line is in a negative direction, which is nicely, because we can in any moment make straight to the upper side, because we do have the time. If we would be already in the formation of a green valley and we still in this area, that would be really, really, really bad for the Bitcoin price. But right now, I'm not expecting the scenario, the bearish scenario, to play out. But it's something that is important for me to say it, for you to be aware of that, because that could be another possibility as well. But the higher one, as I always like to point that out, so we can be upfront everybody else, is that the Bitcoin price going to the opposite. That's the highest possibility. So just keep that in mind, because it play out over here, have been playing in the other areas I have been calling it, and now let's see how that goes. But the highest possibility is to the opposite. So keep that in mind, guys. And in the 4 hours, you should be already inside. You should be already inside. Like, you know, we already reaching previous high. Potentially we're gonna go and smash and go down to just to liquidate everybody. This is what always happened in the previous high. It wouldn't surprise me if we do something like that as well, because we do have the time to do it, and it's gonna be perfectly fine. And after that, we're gonna continue going down. We can also just smash it over here, but naturally and mostly what happens is that we go up, take off the liquidations, all the money from people here, and then again, everybody who enter over here, we grab the money, and then we continue with the M55 and the 10 in this direction. We bounce over there and we continue going to the upper side. So keep it in mind. If you want to have a good interest, I don't know what you're doing right now, because you should be already inside the trade, because I have been calling many times to enter to the trade at 107. Many people was calling already that we should wait until November, December, because the price is just going down, and the best way to make a profit would be investing in that time. I don't really see that right now, because we went all the way to 107 and something, and since then you can see how nicely we have been just forming all these higher highs. So the trend right now is still the same one, is bullish. FF. The trend you can see over here, we have been just higher high, now we're supporting, and now we're grabbing the 10MNI as a support, which is really good. We want to see that, just retesting over here. And the worst in this scenario, we retest the 55MA. This is what we want to see. Something I wanted to say to you as well is like, you need to have something in consideration, because I had been saying in the weekly, the Bitcoin price have been having this bearish derivation. I call it already before was completely formed. You can check my past videos. I have been calling this all the time to be cautious and pay attention to that, because we were going to form. So now what I'm probably thinking that it's gonna happen is that we're gonna have a consolidation. If this consolidation happen, the bottom will be the 107, and the higher will be the 123. Yes, we can also break the 23, 24. We can break it. Let me show you. You're gonna put it better like this. Wait, give me a moment. I'm gonna put it better. Tangle. Give me a second, guys. The parallel channel would gonna be better. It will be something like this. You need to pay attention to that, because I'm not saying people sometimes they just want to hear what they want to hear, but not really what I'm saying. Just listen what I'm saying. But they potentially what we forming, and this you need to be really cautious as well, because potentially this consolidation, it would be a consolidation to change the trend. Listen to that. I'm not changing the trend, but there is the possibility in the weekly chart. The weekly chart I have been calling many times is for the next months to come. And we potentially are forming this consolidation. Do you hear how everybody's calling about the last impulse of the Bitcoin price? We're going to go to 140, 50. Yeah, it's possible. It can be a massive consolidation, and then we're going to have a breakdown and then completely down. It could happen. We can break this thing, but we need to have that in mind, that potentially we're going to have a consolidation and then a breakout. And this is something that happens before and can happen now. This small consolidation will go down, confirmation, and then continue going down. So just keep that in mind, because the time is already running out in the weekly. These are called already months ago. It's not something new. And I just want you to be cautious, because money can be lost in any moment, and even more when we get just hit at the last leg of the bull market, and everybody is just calling that making tons of millions, tens and thousands of dollars. You need to always don't put any emotion to the market, because if you put emotion to the market, you mostly gonna get burned. And this is something I say many times as well in my trade. I didn't mention when I entered to a trade and I was in negative. I was in negative to the 107, and I did have a liquidation price that I was not going to be touched, because I'm not over leveraged, but I didn't lose any money. And this is something you need to have a good portfolio and risk management, and because otherwise, without that, you're just gonna get burnout. What happened in this moment, I just stopped winning, but I didn't lose any money, because I just wait. I just have the patience, and now the price is going up, and now is the trade is in profit. So we're gonna continue going up, because the daily is the highest possibility. The daily is showing is a strain to the opposite. So just keep that in mind, because after we are in 115 and you feeling that emotion of buying, that is the worst moment to buy, because potentially you're just gonna get tricked to the 120 and then going down. So just keep that in mind, because you can see how nicely in the daily already see this channel I already point out has been just going to reach the top, then we go down, reach the top, go down, and this potentially is gonna be forming as well. And the weekly we can also go up, but just keep in mind, because the time is running, we could also break the trend. No, my friends, this is not for tomorrow, for the next month. So just keep it in mind what you're doing in the market. And this is something important as well to take, because exactly as Chris say, as we get through this test, keep the below in mind. And this is exactly like he was saying, selling some isn't the same as selling at all. And it's best to sell some in bits and pieces on the way up. That's why you need to keep that in consideration. Just start to the risk yourself on the way up. Many people start to say 107. Yeah, I mean, right now we're 112. We're going to be 120. So, yeah, it's up to you if you want to take profit 107, 120. But, it's up to you how much you want to the risk. But selling it all is never the best option. You can just go and sell it little by little. But you do, I do me. This is not a financial advice, guys. But if you want to take any trade and you want to take advantage of the market when you have an entry in the 1 hour chart, maybe you get a better entry. It's a little bit difficult, to be honest, because we see how this have been playing out. The timing is just messing around with everybody, and potentially we're just going to go up. Like you see, we just went down right now from 112. We went to 111, 700, and now we're smashing again to the 112, 500. So saying that to take a better entry 110 is a little bit difficult. It can happen, but I mean, I don't see it that much right now. If you want to take advantage of that, you can just go to the description below. There is a nice coupon code that you can have if you use Bybit and Bitonics with my coupon code. I would really appreciate that. You're gonna also be supporting the channel. So I hope that this is clear, guys. This is clear for Bitcoin. If you have any question, I would like to hear in the commentary below. If you also have another strategy and it's working well, I also would like to hear what's your strategy. And hopefully you are straight to the strategy and you're disciplined, because otherwise it's gonna be difficult to win in this market. Now, changing a little bit the topic, this something I wanted to show that is a little bit unfortunate, because the Ethereum Foundation has been doing this in the past, just selling all the time, no big amounts. I believe was even lower amount, was just like hundreds. Now it's like 43 millions they selling. It's like 10,000. When finally Ethereum trying to break down, they, of course, they saying here they for transparency notice. Well, I don't really like this thing, because they like over several weeks this month, Ethereum Foundation will convert 10k ETH via centralized exchanges with convert. Man, why you even use the word converting? You don't, you selling. You F selling. Just say it. You're just selling 100k. That's it. And you using central exchanges. I mean, yeah, and this is exactly like they're selling exactly, which this is also good news, but I don't know if it's good news or not, because I mean, finally this guy from Alibaba, the co-founder from Alibaba, Jack Ma, he's buying 10,000 at 44 million. I mean, maybe he's buying directly to them, but they don't really say it. Yeah, I don't know if this was already like they already knew and they posted both at the same time, but yeah, exactly like Pana is saying. The Ethereum literally has the number one DEX of all times, doing 36% of all blockchain revenue, more Bitcoin spot than Coinbase and Bybit, and they decide to use the 6. I mean, I kind of express how retard. I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, I kind of understand. Maybe for privacy, they don't want to. Yeah, they just want to keep some privacy after they liquidate that thing. But I mean, at least they could use Aave, for example. This is something like I do like a lot Ethereum. I really like it more than other change. But this is something that need to be changed, because they don't even use the protocol. They don't use the protocol that I built in Ethereum. Like, I remember this year, I think that the Ethereum Foundation was putting something into Aave, but you need to do it even more serious. Just go use Aave, show that you're using and you care about the protocols being built in your blockchain, and then you take you take a loan from there, and then from there you start to distribute for whatever you need to use it, because yes, you need to use money, but I mean, use protocol at least, so people are gonna be more happy. But yeah, this is the positive and negative. Let me know in the commentary below if you feel like it's negative, or it's just fine that they just all the time like pushing down. I mean, I think all the blockchain do, but yeah, I just don't like. Maybe my criticism is because they just use the word convert. Convert. Come on, you're just selling, man. I mean, call it how you call, but actually you're just converting. So yeah, guys, something I just wanted to finish is with his from Carl of the Moon. He's just saying, now is the time to load up on altcoins. Altcoin season could start at any time. Something you need to keep in mind, this was mentioned before, hopefully we're going to have a nice altcoin season, and most of the altcoins are going to be smashing new all-time highs. But I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I do have many altcoins, to be honest. I'm no bearish, but if you see the charts, this is not the start of a alt season. The alt season start over here. I'm pointing this out so you also are a little more critical about posts like this, because the start season was here, start here. We already in the start in the alt season. Maybe your bags have not been pumping as you wanted to have like the previous bull market, but we already there. You can see we were around this area, and once we were in this 80 or 90 level, the altcoin season was pretty much over. I mean, yeah, it took maybe like a month or some weeks, but it's not that it will start. We'll probably many altcoins gonna start like pumping up like crazy. Hopefully, let's see. But we're already on the way, so we are on the way already. So you should just what I'm saying is, because in my channel I don't like to give FOMO to people. I just like to be clear and be ground, and like this we can take advantage of the market, not putting any emotion, because something like this, if I don't know anything, I would be super happy jump over there. Yes, gonna pump my bags, but the time is already short. It's not that we're starting, it's already on the way. Just keep that in mind. Just be a little bit critical, because we shouted to Carl. I'm not saying that he's wrong, but for people that they starting, they're gonna think that we still have a lot of time, and actually we don't, or at least with what the chart and the weekly say to us, we still don't have a lot of time. Let's see if that change in the next weeks. That's why you subscribe to the channel, and we're gonna start observing how the market in which direction want to go, if we're gonna be breaking up or not. Let me know what you think as well in the commentaries below. What do you think about my I was pointing about the projection that may happen. This is not 100%, but something to keep an eye on it, of the consolidation to potentially also have the break of the bullish trend we're having. Yes, I know this is not nice to hear. Nobody wants to hear that, but someone needs to say it, and I would prefer to say it to you. So you just caution. I'm not saying sell it right now, but hopefully you're gonna be upfront everybody else. And again, guys, I will appreciate you subscribe to the channel, smash that like, and see you tomorrow.